Reactivity Series. The reactivity series is a list of metals with their tendency to undergo specific chemical reactions. The metals at the top are the most reactive, decreasing in reactivity as the metals move down the table. The table is from BYJU's Learning website, and up here we have metals that react with water. Here they react with acids. And here hydrogen is not a metal, but it just gives you an idea of the reactivity of the metals compared to hydrogen. And here we have highly unreactive. Using the reactivity series from the previous slide, the reactions for the following elements will be shown. The most reactive is calcium, and the elements decrease in reactivity moving down the list. So, reacting with water, acids, also with acids, and then highly non-reactive. Calcium, over here, reacts strongly with cold water, producing calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. And these bubbles here are the hydrogen gas. It is an exothermic reaction. Energy is released. The calcium hydroxide precipitates into a white substance, so the fluid turns milky white. If not all the calcium reacts and a large amount of dilute hydrochloric acid is added, another strong reaction occurs. Calcium plus hydrochloric acid yields calcium chloride and hydrogen gas. The calcium chloride is soluble in water, so the solution clears up. Of the 5 listed elements, magnesium is the next most reactive metal. When magnesium is added to hydrochloric acid, it results in a violent reaction, forming magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Magnesium reacts slowly in cold water, but very rapidly in hot water. Click below to see a video of the difference between the slow and rapid reactions. Iron is not as reactive as magnesium as indicated by the reactivity table, but it still combines with oxygen to form iron oxide or rust. Iron oxide flakes off and does not protect the iron. The rust continues until the iron is gone. Iron reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to form iron chloride and hydrogen gas. Iron chloride is a white solid that has a high melting point and is slightly magnetic. Zinc is not as reactive as magnesium or iron. It is below both metals on the reactivity table, but it does moderately react with acids, alkalis, and nonmetals. Strong acids, such as hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, react with zinc to produce hydrogen gas. It reacts with carbon dioxide to form a thin protective layer of zinc carbonate, which protects the zinc from further reactions. Copper has a high resistance to corrosion as it is not very reactive. Copper combines with oxygen in the air to form copper oxide on its surface. Oxides are substances that are composed of at least one oxygen atom and an element. Copper oxide forms a thin, hard barrier between the air and the rest of the copper underneath the barrier, protecting it from corrosion. This is a very slow reaction, taking years to convert the entire surface of a copper object with this protective layer. The protective reaction is similar to zinc's reaction with carbon dioxide. Copper does not react with hydrochloric acid. Copper combines with the oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hydroxide ions from the water and the air in the atmosphere via several reactions to eventually form a thin green colored film of copper oxide, patina, on the surface. Originally, the Statue of Liberty was reddish-brown, the color of copper. The patina protects the underlying copper from corrosion. Copper metal and gold are near the bottom of the reactivity series. Since they don't react with any great strength, they can be found in their pure states, not combined with any other element. So here's our copper, and here's our gold. In addition to its pure state, copper is mostly found in the environment in 2 types of ores. Copper oxides, which are more plentiful, easier to extract copper from the ore, but a smaller concentration of copper. Copper sulfides, less plentiful, but greater concentration of copper, and more expensive to extract the copper though. Gold is normally found in nuggets or strips in rocks, also known as veins, and sometimes joined together with copper or silver. So there's a gold vein right like that.